is Dallas. Welcome to my podcast. Yeah, I said it. I do this to share stories and bring more connection to the world. I'll talk about a lot of things. More often than not, they'll probably have some connection to BTS because of them that I'm finally to this point. And to this point is January 1st, 2024. This will not come out on that day, though. I published my first one last night at The Wire, literally like 11:56. It was amazing. And I've gotten such great feedback, literally met my goal. But I realized I left a lot of stuff out. Like a lot of stuff. And so that's what this is all about. I thought I'd do little tiny intro part. So bleh. I need to figure out how to edit this part. That's what I'm struggling with, y'all. Like it's pretty cool. I can get icons and I have ideas for that. So I get to be creative. And I know like I'll fall down a rabbit hole when it comes to that stuff. But so my name is Dallas. Dallas was my grandma's name. Her original name was Dora Alice, but there were lots of Doras and Auras and Coras around the neighborhood and in the family that she ended up shortening it to D, capital D, apostrophe, capital A, L-I-C-E. So D Alice. As far as I know, there's only 2 people in the world named that. It was me and it was my cousin's middle name. I Googled it one time though. There's a Vietnamese bakery and it was based on Alice in Wonderland. So that was pretty cool because sometimes when I introduce myself, I say D, like Door, and Alice, like Alice in Wonderland, D Alice. And then there's a river in France and there's a perfume, but they're lowercase d's and mine's a capital D. Kind of a stickler about that sometimes. So that's my name. I used to have people call me D because I didn't want to go into the story of my name because, that like took up 3 minutes. I didn't want to go into the story of my name and I didn't want to have people mispronounce it. I didn't want to have to explain how to pronounce it. So I said, just call me D. But there was a time where I was like, no, I'm Dallas. Like I took back my name. I was actually going through the self-help seminar that my old boss paid for us to go to. It was like this intensive thing. It was crazy. There were some distinctions that I picked up. I didn't drink all the Kool-Aid. Let's just say that. I took back my name and I was like, no, my name's Dallas. I'm going to have you call me Dallas because that's my name. I will explain it and I will tell you about it because I'm proud of it. And that is something to be proud of. Like your name is your name and it should be respected. And you should be called whatever you want to be called. If you want to be called D, like I did, I wanted to be called D. I was called D. When I wanted to be called Dallas, people called me Dallas. But what's funny nowadays is that people who call me D, I know that they've known me for a long time because it's only been in the past maybe 10 years, I'd say. I mark time by how long I've been in my current field, which is 11 years. So I think about, because that was at that first job and that was about maybe 2 years in, maybe. So that's me. I am 44 years old at this moment in time. Black don't crack. Yeah, I said it. Because it's true. Sorry, I don't make the rules. I need to explain. This is a Rogue Curl production. It sounds so pretentious. I need to get used to this. I came up with that because in every picture, there is some rogue curl just doing its own thing. Like its own thing. See that? But I need symmetry. I need it's a hair thing, and literally every time. So that's what my little logo is. It's a little rogue curl. That's what I decided to name this. I had somebody tell me that was a really good name, Rogue Curl Productions. Who knows? Maybe I'll blow up and we'll have this whole production company in Hollywood. And I'll get to walk down the red carpet with jewelry on and a bodyguard behind me. Dreams. Anyways, I am coming to you from my office. Spent a lot of time here during the panini. It's changed a lot too. Lots of changes. I really don't mean to flex, but my BTS merch, my Legos. That's the pandemic. Those are my Lego sets. I love them. It makes me happy. It makes me extremely happy. I am also adopted. I don't know who my parents are. I've done somewhat little searching. I did some ancestry, no hit. So my mom was white and my dad was black, and my mom was in her early 20s and my dad was 18. And I know this because my mom took notes when they were at lawyer's office taking care of everything, and she wrote it on this yellow paper. Maybe I'll bring that out and read it. And this was 1979. So you got to think, gotta be realistic. Mom was white, a little older. Dad was younger, 18. There's a lot of mixed feelings about being adopted. I was thinking the other day about how it feels like a lie. You just live this lie every day. Like, you don't necessarily think about it constantly, but it's always there, you know. Anyways, I know that sounds harsh, but like I said, there's a lot of mixed feelings around being adopted, and we'll get into that later. Being adopted, having white parents, growing up white, being one of the only Black people in school often. I think at one time there was 6. Yeah, that was very interesting. Typically say I never got to participate in my culture, honestly, until my current job right now. It's been such a journey to be able to do so and to realize how I grew up, and again, get into that as well later. Another big part of me, which I said before in the intro number uno, BTS. I have been BTS ARMY since 2019. I actually found them in 2018 when I was listening to a dance music radio station here, and Fake Love came on, and I was like, this is excellent. I don't know what they're saying, but this beat, and I'm feeling things. And so I downloaded it, and then Wasted on Me, downloaded it. And when my friend came to my cubicle and said, do you know BTS? Which we all know, Army knows, that's typical. Do you know BTS? But she did. She straight up did. And I said, yes, I have 2 of their songs. That was awesome. And they say BTS finds you when you need them most. And I would say that they also help you find and do all the things that you've wanted to do. They help you open your life, help you tap into those things. Thus, why I'm here right now doing another intro because I forgot a bunch of shit. Done is better than perfect. Kim Namjoon. Being part of ARMY, my peeps. I can't say enough about the people that I have met, y'all. Ooh, Liquid Emotion. I love y'all so much. It's ridiculous. Like I said in the first intro, this phenomenon, this community, this is new. These are things that are unheard. I've always say this too about things that are happening now. I wish I could go back. Wish I could go forward in time like 100 years to see how they talk about this right now. That would be pretty cool. Thinking about how we talk about what happened 100 years ago. Like, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. Or they didn't have that, or whatever. Or how something started, how, some societal things started. I think that would be really cool. But anyways, my peeps, my ARMY peeps. Just as there's no words really to describe what BTS means to you and to me and to us, I can't describe really in words how much ARMY means to me. It's been life changing, and it's hard to explain. It really is. It's hard to explain to people outside of our Bora Hey world. So, but they were the final push, and I'm having fun. I'm on a little bit of a high because people, let's get this emotion. Get off my face. People said they listened to it and they were moved. And I'm like, that's it. That's all I ever wanted to do. Like I said, I'm excited. I put my intentions out there about what I want to do. Again, talking about BTS a lot. I think I'm going to do like little 15-minute rants about whatever BTS is happening that day. And ARMY, crunch time. This is January 1st. We've got 6 months and a couple weeks until when Jin comes home. And so this, I think right now, is going to be the most difficult time. So 15-minute rants about BTS and what's happening that day. And I don't know if I publish it that day. Probably. I would need to stay relevant. Stay relevant. Also am excited too because I'm going to read my diaries. I got a stack of them over here. I'm going to read my diaries from when I was like, I think the first one is 1991, 92, 93. I was 13, like 12, 13. It's going to be so funny. I've read them before and they are hilarious. It's going to be fun. That's going to be really fun. And it goes all the way through, I'd say probably I wrote about my ex-boyfriend who I broke up with. Oh, has it been like 2 years? Time. What is time? But it's going to be hilarious. I do want to have guests eventually. I keep telling people, I'm like, be a guest. But I don't, like I said, I don't really know how to do it. I know with this one program I can. So I said to myself and my best friend, I called her right before I published the first video, right before midnight, New Year's Eve. And I told her how like scared I was, but now I'm like unbelievably calm. It's weird. I know there's going to be backlash. I know it's coming. That's why I'm scared to put on YouTube. When it comes to this, the impact, the quality of the impact is the most important thing. 110%, yo. And lastly, I want to make sure, again, to put that intention out, that I'm going to speak for myself and the things that I've seen, that I've felt, that I've witnessed, because being vulnerable, just speaking truth connects people. And that's what I want to do. So, intro number 2, I think I've said everything now. I need to go build some Legos. I got the museum set. Appreciate you. I really do, taking your time to listen to me ramble. I hope this is beneficial, whether it's laughter, connection, or just to alleviate some boredom by listening to some crazy black girl. Thank you again. See you next time. Deuces. Stop yourself.